yes, we've got the screen on summer setting, and I think for some reason on this drift, whatever it is, this new drift camera, I think it's a Ghost, it's not the 4K one, that broke. The sound that gets picked up, it seems to get a lot more wind noise. I mean, it's the same mic, but there's something strange going on. It picks up a lot more noise through the helmet than it did on the 4K. But as the 4K broke after 2 years of light use, I'd be buggered if I'm going to buy another one at £300 or £400, whatever they are now. So, here we are. Winter settings have resumed. And to be honest, I think this camera is a bit more built for the job. It's got a waterproof jack socket, Right, how do we turn indicators off? I have to do it all. It's all a bit different riding this. There we are. Stops the old buffeting. Yeah, it's got a waterproof jack socket, because I know on the 4K, if it was raining, it would just be going. So yeah, this is better. I mean, it films okay, I think. Yes, that's much more like it. Feels really weird riding this. I mean, this isn't a small bike, but after riding the Adventurer yesterday, or Adventure as I got picked up for, nice. This is quite small. It feels weird, and yet it's big. But the old GSA is a big old lump. I haven't started gritting here yet, but I just can't be arsed cleaning it every time I go out in the rain. So I gave it a really good clean yesterday, smothered it in muck off bike protector, put it in the garage, locked it up, covered it up, and give it a kiss goodnight. So we'll see that in April, I reckon. It's quite nice to ride this though, it's a nice bike. Surprisingly, I kept it through the summer, because normally I'd sell this and buy something else, but such a good bike last year that I thought, put it in the corner and forget about it. So it's had a good service, all the fluids changed, new plugs, check the shims, and everything's dandy. I don't know whether it could do with a set of bar risers on it. Again, it's just weird because I've got 40mm bar risers on the GSA, and I was actually thinking about putting 30 on because it's a bit high, but riding this, it's almost like you're crouched over a bit. So we've got a project. I'll pass you over to the idiot in the workshop in a minute.
So sorry guys, but we're a bit late to the party. This 1996 Triumph Daytona is nearly all stripped down. As you can see, we've just got to take the forks, brakes, and what else have we got to take off? Well, the fairing frame and clocks, everything's just got to come off to put new fork stanchions on and get the legs painted black. And also we've got to refinish the brake calipers that are quite scabby. So this bike has only covered, let's have a look, 6,223 miles from new. But unfortunately, the last owner decided to leave it out for a winter under a cover. And as you can see by the engine, it's all gone scabby. So originally when I bought the bike, I thought it was going to just be outer cases to get painted and a few bits and pieces. But I decided we might as well go the whole hog and strip it down. So I think this is going to stay as it is because the frame's all in good condition. That's all covered by all the plastics anyway. These need repainting, but that's easily done. But this lot's got to come off. It's all gone crusty under the aluminium there. And as I say, the calipers aren't too good. I'm going to get the wheels repainted and put some new tyres on because the tyres are more like plastic than rubber now. But it gives us something to do in the winter. So, yes, as I say, I was going to do a video of it all complete and running, but I got carried away and over the last couple of evenings stripped it down. And the trouble with filming, if you're filming and stripping down, it takes twice as long, so I thought it was best just to strip it down. You see all the master cylinders are scabby. We've got all new seal kits coming from Triumph for those. So yeah, it'd be quite a nice bike when it's finished. The bodywork is absolutely immaculate. There's no scratches or dings or marks on it at all, which is really good because that's the most expensive part to do. I mean, all what we're doing here is fairly easy, and I mean, I've got a good powder coaters up the road from me, so we can get all the textured finishing done on the outer engine cases. The other parts of the engine cases, I'm just going to sort of grind the corroded flaky bits of paint off and just touch it in. I'm not stripping the engine right down so I can get the outer cases painted. That's just not worth it. It's such a low mileage engine, you wouldn't want to disturb that really. Something nice for next spring. I won't bother doing any updates because it's just going to be a question of cleaning bits up and doing bits like that. So I suppose the next update of this will be once it's coming back together. The engine weighs an absolute ton. That is so heavy, that engine, to move around, so it's going to have to stay on the bench until it goes back in the frame, which won't be till next year, which is a bit of a nuisance, but it should be okay. We can get it right over to one side out of the way. Don't envisage doing lots of other work through the winter on other bikes. The GS is ready to come out. The Adventure has gone away for winter now, and we shall start riding the old 1200 GS. In fact, let's have a ride on it now.
But yeah, it really goes, it does show you that just cleaning the bike off, hosing it off, spraying loads of protector over it, anything, WD-40, GT85, ACS50, whatever you want. But you've got to keep the bikes covered in some sort of protective film. It does make all the difference. I mean, I used this in the Salt last year. I think mainly it had GT85 over it when it was really bad, a bit of ACF50, and there's no corrosion on this that wasn't, I mean there's a few little bits when I got it, but there's no corrosion on it. It's really good. And I don't, all I do with this is spray a bit of muck off on it and then jet wash it off. I don't give it a good clean every time I go out on it. That's why I've got it, because I just can't be asked when you get home and it's nearly dark to give this a massive detailed clean every time. God, look at the leaves, all the lovely leaves. This is where it gets nice and slippery. This is where you want ABS and traction control. Not that it's on this one, but less to go wrong. It's really weird. You sort of ride a bike all summer, and then when you get on something else, everything's so different. That I was just using the rear brake on this, and it's such a different angle. You just go to brake, and it's like, oh wow, it's not working, but it's just the way the angle is. It's God. Brake. Definitely a bit slower than the GSA. Quick enough for the winter though, isn't it? The roads are slippery, horrible. How fast do you want to go? Whoa, fucking hell. Oh, a dead pig. That was close, wasn't it? God. There's a skipped heartbeat. Thought I had my lot then. Headbutt a tractor into a dead pig. It didn't look very alive anyway, whatever it was definitely a pig on top of that tractor. Ah, the fuel gauge is working. I was wondering. It's actually dropped a segment, which is good. Yes, I can definitely say we have some wind as the bike's leaning to one side. Oh, shouldn't have bothered with the bike today. I just got everything sort of organised and moved around, and it was out from its corner of the shed, and I just thought I really want to go out on that today. As there's like branches flying around, I do wonder whether I made the right decision. On that note, I shall bugger off and leave you to it. So until the next time, see you again.